Pardon me, I'm going to scoot out. Thank you.
Happy 4th of July!
Hey!
What a great afternoon! I'm Mayor Kim Driscoll, and it's my pleasure to welcome you here this afternoon to what has become a fine Salem tradition, our own Esplanade North, and a terrific fireworks extravaganza. I'm really pleased that we're also joining us on this stage and can offer a few remarks. Our Congressman John Tierney, National Park Service Director Jonathan Parker, filling in for our Superintendent. Thank you, Jonathan, for allowing us to use this beautiful Derby Wharf. Jonathan is filling in for their Superintendent Michael Kahano West, who couldn't be with us today, but I'm really grateful that we do have Jonathan to offer a few welcome remarks on behalf of the National Park Service.
Thank you, Kim. Good evening, Salem. Very happy 4th of July to all of you. What a great holiday. Nothing makes a park ranger like myself smile more than seeing people with their friends and families in the outdoors having a wonderful evening. This is a tremendous turnout, and we've got a great program ahead of us. My name is Jonathan Parker. I'm one of the Chief Rangers here at Salem Maritime National Historic Site. Salem Maritime is one of our country's 397 national parks, and there are few things more American, more patriotic than our national parks. A uniquely American idea that some have called one of our country's greatest contributions to world culture. I had the privilege of working in 7 national parks all across this country, and let me tell you that the park here in Salem is very special, incredibly unique. Why? Salem Maritime National Historic Site was the very first National Historic Site in the National Park System, established in 1938. And the establishment of this site paved the way for America's future preservation and establishment of places like the Statue of Liberty, Independence Hall, the Washington Monument, and even the White House itself. So in many ways, the early American preservation movement began right here, where you're standing here tonight at Salem Maritime National Historic Site. We are very proud to be here collaborating with tonight's event. It is a true partnership effort between the park, the city, and the community at large, and we're so glad you're here. I'd like to specifically thank Mayor Driscoll, Congressman Tierney, Ellen Tolkowski, and the entire City of Salem staff, including the police department, the fire department, and the National Park staff, who are looking out for all of us this evening. And lastly, but certainly not least, on this 4th of July, I want to recognize all of our active duty, reserve, and military veterans in the crowd. Could you raise your hands, please? Thank you. I have to say that as a National Park Ranger, we have a special kinship with America's military, because it was the military who protected Yellowstone and Yosemite before our agency was ever created. So we are forever indebted to you, and thank you for your service. So on behalf of all the staff here at Salem Maritime, the volunteers at the park, and the volunteers for the great ship Friendship, we're so glad she's here. Have a wonderful, safe 4th of July. Thank you.
Thank you, Jonathan. I also want to recognize our City Council President, Joan Lovely, and City Councilor Tom Fury for their participation in this evening's ceremonies. It's my great pleasure to introduce the Congressman from the City of Salem, representing Salem, the North Shore, the entire 6th District, John Tierney. He does an outstanding job representing us in Washington. Let's give him a hometown welcome.
Good evening, everybody. Happy 4th of July. We're so proud here in Salem to be first on so many occasions. Jonathan mentioned First National Park. We know that this is the birthplace of the National Guard as well. And later on this evening, when you see the flyover, you'll know that the mayor guilted them into doing it, because we have 2 units over in Afghanistan. Others were tied up with repairs. There was a very big call for them elsewhere, but the mayor reminded them, Salem is the place where the National Guard started, and Salem is the place where they're going to fly over. So great job, Mayor. Thank you all for being out here celebrating. It's been a great day throughout the district, but there's no place like home and no place like Salem to really celebrate the 4th of July. Thanks for coming out.
Thank you, Congressman. And while we're thanking people, I really want to recognize our sponsors today. I know folks realize that these events cost money to put on. The fireworks, the public safety, all the effort that leads to making this a fabulous event doesn't come at a cost to the taxpayers. It's raised by private donations. Dominion, Salem Harbor Station, Salem 5, Walmart, Eastern Bank, Julie Taché and Associates, Market Basket, Tavern in the Square, and KVA. Think of those names, patronize those businesses. They help pay for this wonderful event, and I want to thank them for their sponsorship. I also want to recognize all of our scouts up front. Some of the folks in the back can't see that. We've got a wonderful scout troop here, as well as our veterans for our escort in this evening. And at this time, if you could stand if you're able, we are very fortunate to be joined by Salem High School Witch Pitch, our own a cappella group, to join us in singing the national anthem.
Reset. Up.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land?
Excuse me, it's my number now.
Great job by the Salem High School Witch Pitch a cappella group. One more round of applause. They are award-winning. There's one last person I want to make sure we thank at the beginning of the evening, and that's because she's probably been here since the crack of dawn. Many of you may know our Special Projects Director, Ellen Talkowski, responsible not only for the 4th of July, but for Halloween and a lot of the events that we do in this city. Thank you, Ellen, for your work. And she'll be here at 2 a.m. helping break down the stage, too. That's dedication. And without any further ado, those of you who've been here before, I see a lot of the same faces in the front row. You know what a talent we have in the Dirk Hillier Orchestra, and it's my pleasure to say, Dirk, take it away.